I don't know about you guys. I think this season's going to be a fun one to review. Should we get into it? Hello guys, David here and welcome back to episode number 45 of Going Intercontinental, here with Newell's Old Boys. Of course, it's the morning after the very, very heavy night before. We've all been out on the piss because we won the league! Yes! I'm so pleased. I can't believe it's taken me 45 episodes to say it. And that is the first time I've said it in my Football Manager channel career, which is awesome. Very, very pleased with that. But anyway, the plan for this episode is very much... I don't know. Maybe I'm still on the piss from the celebrations. Me and Brian Aguirre were out into the early hours doing the sambucas and stuff. He's probably too young in real life to do that, to be honest with you. But anyway, yeah, we're going to go ahead and review the season that we've just had, the 2023-24 season, and probably just do a little bit of transfer stuff as well. I think we've got a few areas we probably need to strengthen. I need to have a look at those with you guys as well. So without any further ado, let's get into it and have a look through season review. So players inducted into the Newell's Best 11. The first ones, so we've got 4 new players, I think I've just seen there. Ricardo Graça, Nora Andriozzi and Bottomore all picked to come into the overall team of the team. So team of the team, bloody hell, I can't say it's the best 11 because I'm looking at it and I can't see half of them in there, so it doesn't really work. But anyway, so it's Limasan in goal, Nadalan Graça, Christian Lemmer. Where's he now? He is an assistant manager, unemployed. Cool. Don't want him. He looks rubbish. We've then got Graça, Nadalan on the right side, Moreno and Torres. Oh God, Lautaro Torres, yeah. So Animal Moreno, where's he? Is he still? Oh, he's at Villa. So he went from. Oh yeah, he was. I can never remember between him and Rivero which one went where. So he went to Atlanta, which means that Rivero went to Rania in the Chinese league, and he's now gone to the Premier League, and he's not done too badly as a result. Very good. Very pleased for Moreno getting his chance in the Premier League. Lautaro Torres, where is he? He's still at Guangzhou Evergrande, sorry. Yeah, he sold him. He's playing well. Arguably not as well as his season last year, where he just absolutely spanked the league, despite us finishing, 13th or something. Benitez and Aguirre alongside Sforza in the middle. Where's he? Is he still at Leeds? Pretty sure that's where he went. He is still at Leeds. He's not really capitalised on his chances, let's be fair. Why am I looking at scouting him? I'm not going to scout him. He was good for us for one season, otherwise he was rubbish. Not really turned up at Leeds, unfortunately, so I imagine he'll be on his way out at some point. And then, of course, Varela up top, understandably. He's been our first choice centre-forward for the last couple of years, realistically. And he's a very, very good player. Look at that. He's not bad at all, is he? Well done, that man. Bench-wise, got Alan Aguirre. I assume he's retired now. No, he's still playing. He's still at Al Dahail, so he's not moved anywhere since then. Damian Fernandez, he's on loan at Colorado at the moment, so he's still a member of the club. Andriozzi, Nora, Belmonte, Bottomore, Roman Brava, of course. Where's he? He's still in China. He's still there. He's playing alongside Salomon Rondon. Who'd have thought, eh? He's signed a new contract by the looks of it as well. Again, he's firing in the goals quite nicely. Fair play to him. He won't be coming back because he's just too expensive. So there you go. There's the team who are now within the overall best 11. So end of season awards. We'll start off with the team of the season, shall we? Limasan in goal. Ferroni, Graça, Aguilar and Andriozzi, the back 4. I mean, this is a very, very familiar side, apart from Limasan, who obviously fell out of favour once we brought in, we brought in Batala from wherever we got him from. Belmonte and Nora in the middle of the park. Aguirre, Riera, Benitez and Varela up top, as you'd expect. Pretty even for player of the season, to be fair. Belmonte just about getting it with 36% of the votes, with Aguilar and Graça following suit. Hector Nora, goal of the season. We'll click onto that and we'll see what that was. I would imagine, in fact, I think this is a free kick that he scored. Independiente del Valle in the cup, or in the Libertadores, sorry. It's the home leg, so I think we've seen this goal. It's been a while since I've obviously watched that game because I've recorded quite a few since then. But I believe it is that one. I've just noticed that Independiente have 2 Quiñones players, or the same name, on the right hand side of their 4-4-1-1 formation, which is not something I've ever seen before. Are there any other names that match up? No, there's not. Of course, there's not. That was never going to be the case. You see, there you go. There's the team of the season apart from Atlante playing with each other in that game. So let's have a look then. Key of the boys, not a free kick. Riera. Presumably Nora's going to get it here and just smack the ball. Oh, he is. What a lovely finish that is. Hector Nora. Well done, that man. Good finish, that. Give him that. Aguilar signing of the season from Santos. He's been absolutely rock solid, to be fair. And then Nora, young player of the season as well. That's understandable. I can appreciate that. Let's have a look at this then. Hold on. Our annual end of season review award ceremony will take place. Hector Nora, Maximiliano Riera, Varela, Fernandez, Bottlemore, all having come through and graduated whilst at Newell's. It will truly go down as a golden generation from the club. Nice. I like that. Really nice. Top goal scorer, as you'd expect, is Varela. Belmonte, top average rating. Hector Nora, most assists. Yes, makes sense. Limosan, highest pass completion. Tells you a lot about your midfield when he gets at the top. Varela, most man of the matches. Belmonte, 18 yellow cards. And Martin Benitez and Ricardo Graça, both with a red card apiece. Fair enough. Season review. Few will have tipped us to have got more than a top half finish. I mean, unlikely champions. Yeah, I'll agree with that. I'm very surprised we won the league. I'm not going to lie to you. Aside from a short spell early September where they dropped down to 6th, consistently performed above expectations and became most unlikely title winners. I don't care because we did it. Look at that. We were actually, the lowest you went to was 6th place. Otherwise, we've been in the top 6 we have actually been in the top 6 the whole season, which is mental. That's awesome. Really pleased with that. Club vision, develop players using the youth system. We're fine with that. Play attacking football, no problems there. Top half next season, that seems sensible. Probably don't expect us to do that again. Cool, okie doke. That was an easy one. Squad dynamics. Benitez, Belmonte, Graça are the team leaders. Nadelan Rodriguez, he's on the way out. I believe he's going to be going at some point, I'd imagine. As I would expect, is going to be Minetti, I would suggest as well. Otherwise, they're all going to stay. Yeah, I mean, probably not a huge amount to worry about there, I don't think. I think the likes of Andriozzi, Varela, Nora, Batalla, perhaps, they're probably going to shift into the highly influential players group anyway, I would suggest. So I think we'll be fine there. Team meeting. We need to finish in the top half. For those of you who've never played Football Manager before, just go with what the club vision is, because they'll always be happy with that because it's what they expect to see. Don't care about injuries, end of season break. They'll come back in literally like 3 weeks, which is ridiculous. Like, when do they stop playing? There's the game from last episode. Schultz is a player we probably need to keep an eye out for because he looks like a tidy old player. And Flamengo again in offer for Belmonte. I'm going to reject this one because I want to see if they come back again. If they come back once more, I think we'll take that and we'll take a massive fee and he can disappear off to Brazil if he fancies it. But there you go. So let's have a look at the team report, shall we, before we go ahead and I start disappearing and start trying to do some business, shall we? So squad depth. I'd argue we've probably got a pretty decent looking squad for this. Let's initially go into 3-star players. As you can see, I can see exactly where the weaknesses might lie. So here we go then. So we've got Varela and Fernandez up top. I forget that Oscar Fernandez can play up front, to be fair, which is nice. Aguirre on their left-hand side, Leonardo, Bottlemore and Riera in the middle, Fernandez on the right. We could probably do... In fact, no, because we've got Benitez, he can do a job behind there as well. In fact, actually, before I do this, I want to find out who's the one who does all of my actual ratings. Is it the same guy? It is. Okay, fine. That's fine. I always go for the one with the best ability and potential judging because it makes it easy to understand. Centre of the park, I'm pretty happy with that for the time being. Again, we've got a couple of players who can come in and do a job there. Left, right, back, clearly need strength in there, it seems. And then in the middle, I suppose if we can get Machuca back for another year, that might be an idea. Might as well try that now, shall we? Yep, they wanted to come back, so that is fine. There's our backup centre-half sorted, and I think we've got another one who we can get into there as well. And then Batalla obviously has got a couple of people behind him. But again, in fact, actually, I'm pretty sure we've got some youth players who can come in and fill the void behind him anyway, so we should be okay. Let's just open it up to the 2.5-star players as well, which will definitely, as you can see, give us a lot more to work with. So now we've got Zeballos, obviously Atlante Bottomore can do a bit there. Opens up a few people on the right-hand side. So Benitez, Paz, Batistuta, who's unfortunately, I think, not going to be much longer for this club, be it permanently or temporarily. We could probably do with some strengthening on the left-hand side, although Lucas Rodriguez we did bring in, and he's not really played. Brought him in as an option on the left, and yeah, he's not really done a lot. I just had a bit of money to spend, I don't know if you guys remember. So he's an option, but again, I don't think he'll play that often. Reyes, I forget Reyes, he's actually up there as well. I forgot about him there. Again, we don't really need to worry too much about that. There's plenty there. And there you go. This is definitely where we need to consider strengthening. Frony and Kazu do a job. Should we try and lengthen the loan? Can we just strengthen the loan? They're going to try and give him a chance in the first team. I'm going to go in with a real low ball offer and see what they counter it to. No, not pay. I'm not paying 2.7 million for someone like Kazu. That's just not going to happen. And then yeah, loads of options there. Fernandez will come back in. Solares can do a job if he needs to. 2 options there with again some backups, and then yeah, Taborda is the one I'm thinking of. He's definitely an option that's going to come in and look pretty decent going forwards as a backup there as well. So I think we're looking okay. Yeah, areas to strengthen. Definitely the fullback positions. Arguably on the left hand side, we could do with another option there. Aguirre can still improve so much, and that's ridiculous. He's not really done much recently though, which is a bit of a shame. So yeah, they seem to be the positions we probably need to strengthen in. If we can get another centre forward, perhaps that just gives us an option to shift things around as well. So yeah, fullbacks, 1 left winger, and either a right winger or a centre forward, I think seems like the sensible decision. So leave it with me, guys. I will come back to you when anything interesting happens, and we'll go from there. Well, there you go, boys and girls. That's the bid I was waiting for. I did say I'd wait for one more bid to come through, and therefore I'm going to accept that bid for Thomas Belmonte because that is too much money not to turn down. I've got to be honest. £13 million up front. It's our biggest ever sale if he decides to leave. Obviously, if he doesn't, then fantastic. I would love him not to go, of course. But if he wants to go, then for that sort of money, I can't turn that down. I'm sure you'll all agree. Yeah, 18.25 million over the course of a longer period of time. As far as I'm concerned, that's a no-brainer. That seems really, really silly to turn that down. Can I even see that bid again? There it is. Yeah, look at that. Like, I'm going to get an extra 2.7 million over the next 2 years. We might not be at Newell's then, but we can keep them going at least. So yeah, that's the only bit that's happened. The other thing we have had come through is that we have extended Machuca's loan. So he's now staying for another year. Otherwise, it's just new contract renewals and stuff for staff coming through. The next thing will probably happen will be either maybe more players if I get the chance to find anyone who will fit the mould, or the elections will be done, and that won't change a thing because they didn't last time. So I'm assuming it won't again. Well, there you go. 18 and a bit million not coming into the bank in the end. Belmonte has elected to stay. What is he actually on at the moment? He's on 17.75. They would have only just matched his wages anyway, so I can kind of understand why he's staying. Financially speaking, I'm a little bit disappointed he didn't take it, but I'm glad he's staying from a football point of view. I've also had an offer in from Ricardo Graça, which was, quite frankly, just disgraceful. It was disgraceful when I thought he was 31 years old. It's even more disgraceful when I realised he's 27 and in the prime of his life, so that's definitely not happening. We've not brought any new players in, so nothing's really changed. So you've only gone a few days since he last saw us anyway, but you see, look at that potential income because of obviously the Thomas Belmonte deal. If he's not going to go, I'm not going to try and sell him again, so he can stay. He's more than welcome to stay, as I mentioned before. It was just an option if he wanted to leave so that we could balance the books, but there's other players we can use to do that as well. Alrighty then, a little bit further into the transfer, only like literally a couple of days. A couple of things have changed. So we've had a bid accepted for Alanzinho, which, as you can tell, is a Brazilian wonder kid. I don't know if he's actually classed as a wonder kid, no, classed as an attacking midfielder, but he'll be a good option as you can see, for a left winger spot, and potentially can play up top as well, which is pretty good. As you see, really good dribbling, nice first touch, technique, very tidy. Physicals leave a little bit to be desired. I'm not gonna lie, could do with a little bit more pace and things like that. But the mentals are pretty good, and yeah, I'd say technicals pretty tidy as well. We've put in a bid for 220k. He's going for peanuts, which is ridiculous. So hopefully we can get him over the line. That'd be nice. As you can see just below that, Federico Atlante had another loan offer accepted for him, so hopefully he'll be coming back as well. Just a couple of new bits. Obviously, I've not seen these. It's just people confirming contract offers. There you go. You could see, yeah, you could see obviously there we've got details about the elections. The big ones that I wanted to bring up to your attention are obviously these two. Oh, well, it's mainly this one, isn't it? We've already the tax hit, commercial summary, lots more money through in competition prize money. Very, very nice. Yeah, looking pretty good there, which is always good. And then yeah, initial budgets, not a lot. That's oh dear, oh dearie me, that's a lot less. That's that's not good. It's actually really concerning. While we're on here, I might as well show you some of the other ones. So Andreas Arieta is a right back I'm potentially looking at bringing in. As you can see, I've obviously got no detail really on him yet, apart from the fact he's a wing back. Still need to get. I've got a scout on him at the moment, so he should come back soon. Yeah, that's less than ideal. And also, you may have spotted it at the top of the screen there. We've also had a new name in the game player. Let's go and find our man. His name, Simmo Druk Naar Voren. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't even know if the guy who's asked for it knows how to pronounce it, to be honest. This is very much. This has been done for the man himself, FM Simmo. If you haven't seen his channel, you definitely need to check it out. He is an awesome guy. He's currently doing a series on his YouTube channel called Liverpool Randomised, where he's got a wheel with a list of the potential tactics and list of formations that he has to play in a game for Liverpool, which is awesome. It's really, really good to watch. Like, honestly, I can't stress it enough how good that is. And he's new on Twitch. At the point of recording, he did his first stream last night. Absolutely smashed it. Had about 20 viewers the whole way through, which for a first stream is absolute madness. He's smashed it out of the park. And he mentioned this on the stream last night, so I thought, you know what? I'll give him a list of people. He's seen it. He's elected to take on our newest in the line of centre forwards. He ironically is a pressing forward, and that's the reason for his name. Druk Naar Voren, or however the hell you pronounce it, is actually press forward in Dutch, which, there you go. I didn't even notice this. I literally changed his name, and I noticed he was a pressing forward, so it's meant to be. He's nowhere near the starting 11 at the moment. I think he's the 9th, 10th choice centre forward, as you can see. Obviously, he'll be 9th choice once Coronel leaves. And you don't necessarily count Atlanta because he's obviously not a true player for us. However, as I saw just above that, there's been a loan offer come through for him, so he's going to be going out on loan to Palestino for the rest of for the whole of next season, which is great. So it gives him a chance to get some time out into the club and move on from there. But that financial thing obviously is caused by this, so I'm not entirely surprised. But that's a bit of a concern. That does mean the likes of Alanzinho becomes a problem. Atlanta, obviously, Coronel's leaving. He's not going to be on any money at the moment, I'd expect, only on a 1.1k. So I think we're going to be back to selling people. We are potentially saving some wages, so that's not the end of the world. If I hide them, we are saving. No, we're actually offering wages. That's less than ideal. Okay, we need to sort out we need to sort out the finances. That's basically where we're going from. I might have to try and have a look at some of these potentially and see what we can do. Leave it with me. I'll get back to you. So this happened. Maximiliano Riera has left to go to Norwich for a fee of 9.5 million. I kind of elected to do that when I realised about the financial situation, which obviously you guys are very much aware of. It does now give us a bit more wiggle room in budgets, which is always nice. And as you can see, offsets the finances quite nicely as well. Although it says 9.5 million, it's not actually, excuse me, it's not actually 9.5 million up front. Can I find the deal anywhere? There was some installments in there as well. Is it this one? Oh, I can't actually see it. 6.5 million. Yeah, there is more to come out of that. It's that I think the 9.5 is obviously a potential one. That's pretty much where it is. As far as that leaves us with general kind of transfer history. Obviously, all of it's been outgoings, as you all know. Simmo, Druk, Naar, Voren has gone off on loan to Palestino. Mansilla or Mancia and Ferraguto have gone out on loan, and then obviously Maximiliano Riera has just left to go to Norwich. I did try and get him back in on loan straight away. They didn't fancy it. They're going to play him in the first team apparently. Speaking of which, where are Norwich? Are they in the? They're in the Premier League, so hopefully he gets a chance to show his worth. But Ferraguto, he had a chance, I think, to get into us on a permanent basis and get into the squad, but I just think he needs a little bit more time away from the club first. Go into a team like Orlando City should be a decent step for him. And then we have got the option, if I remember correctly, to recall him if we fancy. Yeah, see, he can be recalled, so we can always bring him back. And plus, he's only on loan till Christmas. So if he does really well in that time, happy days. Then we can sort it out from there. So should be okay. Where that leaves us squad depth wise is, as you can see, we still need to strengthen some of these areas. Quite important. We do that. Obviously, had a few players. Not obviously, just even not brought anyone in. We have pushed up and elevated from youth levels. So you can see Batala's still the first choice goalkeeper. We have got Paolo Taborda and Nicolas Romero, who can both come in and do a job here. As you see, both looking like pretty tidy looking players that can come in and do the job there. Obviously, Ferroni and Nadalan and Andriozzi still need to be strengthened upon. As you know, I obviously didn't elect to retain the services of Kazu because they wanted 2.7 million. That might change now, I don't know. Obviously, yeah, centre backs, not too concerned there. Solares is a lovely little option who can come in and do a bit for us if we need him to. He could be like our fourth choice centre back, to be fair. Centre mids, I'm not concerned about at all there. We've got plenty of strength and depth there. Left wing, yeah, we probably need to look at something. Again, we've got Alante who can kind of shift around and do a bit everywhere. And obviously, we've still got Bottlemore, which is fine. And Bottlemore is arguably the better player before Riera moved on. As you can see, he's got some fantastic stats on him. Amazing, he's got 16 heading at 5'8". I didn't notice that before. So yeah, he's going to be good for us. We have got Reyes behind them. In fact, he was on the loan list, so I should probably take him off now because I probably shouldn't be letting him go out on loan at this moment in time. So yeah, still got a bit of work to do. Games wise, we've got a couple of friendlies coming up. I'm going to skip past the Sarmiento game and then we'll come back for the Mineiro game. What I'll probably do now is I'll probably just skim it all the way forward until Mineiro. Otherwise, this video is going to go on forever. So we'll catch you on the eve of that one. All right, just before the Mineiro game, obviously that's going to be the next episode. Yeah, just a quick kind of heads up as to what's happened since you last saw us. Not a lot. Not a lot, to be honest. The main transfers that have happened, there's only been two of them. We've brought in Adrian Silvani, a young 20-year-old winger in from Union, I want to say. No, sorry, Gymnasia. Apologies. Who looks like he's got some decent potential, just play on the left-hand side, but can play up front as well. He's never going to play either one of those roles. He'll come in as an advanced forward. So you can see, again, not too bad. Needs to work on his work rate and his stamina and his finishing, definitely, if he wants to become. So we'll go forwards, but generally speaking, those physicals aren't too bad. That wasn't a decision that I made. My head of youth development brought him in, so I thought, yeah, go on, let him have his little moment. And then the left back backup is going to be Claudio Bravo. I do recognise him, although it's not the Claudio Bravo you're thinking of. It is obviously being a left back, otherwise that'd be a little bit weird. Brought him in on loan from Leeds. We're paying all of his wages, which is annoying considering we've got that affiliation with them, but not to worry. He's not going to like the league up. We've got the option of buying him for 5.5 million, which is not going to happen. But he's an option. As you can see, he's pretty well rounded. Doesn't look too bad. Can play as a wing back or a complete wing back. Can do both of those roles pretty comfortably. So again, it just comes in as a rotation option for us. And unlike Kazu was last season, is a Argentinian player, so obviously helps in terms of registration and stuff like that. Outgoings. Since we lost Riera, obviously Nicolas Castro left to Columbus. He was confirmed ages ago, so there's no change there. Dennis Rodriguez has officially left the club. He has joined Goiás, I believe you pronounce it. I think they're a Brazilian team, if I'm not mistaken. Let's just check that, confirm. Yeah, they are. So he's joined Goiás on a permanent deal. He was never going to get back into the squad. He wasn't good enough, so it made sense just to shift him on. We've got £1 million for him, which is quite good. So it's helped with the finances. Obviously, Lautaro Coronel has gone. He went to Tottenham. Obviously, yeah, 1.6 up front and 6.75. I'm pretty sure that was accepted on my behalf, or it's his compensation. I can't remember. And Llewellyn and Paz have both gone out on loan. So not a huge amount has changed, to be honest. The good thing is, though, we've now got a very nice, healthy-looking bank balance. Protections-wise, we're still due to hemorrhage money, but that's not to be unexpected because obviously we are a much higher paying outfit than we were before, especially if you count for the fact that Nicolas Castro's got that £20,000 a week wage bill that we're paying, but literally could not find a single other left back who would either want to join or otherwise. About players who are potentially coming in, we are looking to improve on the wing and at the right back position. So Andres Arieta, I think I've mentioned him before in this. This has taken me literally a whole day to record this because of other stuff that I've had to be doing in the meantime. He is potentially coming in. We're just waiting on him to make his decision. He's coming in on a £2.5 million initial deal. And then we've got some instalments that we're putting in there as well. As you can see, he looks like he could be a really, really good signing. Probably not up there right to begin with, but he's got some definite potential, and it probably shifts Nadelan out to probably a little bit further back, or we could start using Andriotz on the left and the right as well. So we've got some flexibility there. And then the other one is Alanzinho. Again, I've mentioned him before. He actually rejected our initial contract offer. He then told the team that he's at Vasco. He didn't want to leave. So they went and off and slammed on the 8.25 release clause that he has in his contract, something like that. Yeah, sorry, 8.75 million contract release clause in there. So I was like, well, I'm clearly not going to buy him. Then to like a week and a half later, he wanted to leave again. So he's now officially back on the transfer list, or at least he was last time I saw. That's the wrong player. That's why the release clause, why he's not showing us anything there. So yeah, transfer listed because he's asked to leave the club. So therefore, the asking price of 220k is back on the table. And again, as you can see, looking like a decent signing for now, but a very, very tidy backup and a bit of competition potentially for Brian Aguirre and Varela up top as well. So we've got a lot of flexibility there, which is good. And he's hopefully going to come in. We've got the fee accepted. Contract negotiations have gone well, so we're looking okay at the moment. I've just noticed this guy. Do we need to do anything here? No, we don't. That's fine. Otherwise, Varela has been subject to a lot of transfer news. As you can see, River putting in a fairly decently sized bid, but he didn't want to leave, and I didn't want to sell him for that. I've actually put his asking price up to, I think I've put 20 million on him. So if people want him, they know what they need to do. Otherwise, bugger off basically. And Belmonte's still subject to a lot of news. He's not going anywhere anytime soon. It doesn't seem like. He's been constantly touted by FC Porto, who are talking about getting near the asking price of 18.25 million. They've yet to make a bid. The only ones that have are Corinthians, and as you can see, the latest bid was 3.9 million. So you can probably tell where I told them to go. So yeah, not a huge amount has happened, to be completely honest with you. It's not the most interesting transfer special you'll ever see, but we have gone a good way to resetting our debt. We are also on the way to getting some improved data analysis facilities, which is nice. But yeah, otherwise, not a huge amount happening. So the next episode is going to be those games against Atletico Mineiro in the league. Oh, and we did go through to the 7th round of the Cup as well. That'll be against Godoy Cruz. You can see a bit further down here. And yeah, so we're going to come back for them. And then the final thing, before I forget, is the oh, look at that. Title holders, Newells. That's lovely. Season preview. Last I checked, we're 4th. We are still 4th. We've gone one step back on the odds, which is a bit of a shame. But finally, someone has made it into the Dream 11. Nora and Belmonte have been up there the whole time. Yet surprisingly, none of these players, Ignacio Orio, is not in the squad. Is not in the top 2 players for Boca Juniors, which probably tells you how good their team is. But I'm going to scout that man and see if he's any good. Personally, I think that should be a midfield of Nora and Belmonte, but I'm biased, obviously. So you never know. We'll have to see how we get on. But yeah, I'm quietly confident we can upset the apple cart a little bit again. I think we've got a decent team. Obviously, we haven't lost as many players as we would normally do. We have lost Riera, which is going to be a shame, but Bottomore can more than capably fill in that role. And so we have got the likes of Matias Reyes and quite a lot of potential in the youth setup as well, who can come through and do a job if we need them. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it from me for this episode. As I mentioned, tomorrow, the next episode is not tomorrow's episode anymore. The next episode will be those games against Mineiro. So if you have enjoyed this one, guys, please make sure you hit that like button. Very much appreciated, as I mentioned many times before. If you're new to the channel, then make sure you hit the subscribe button and make sure you tap that bell notification so you're always up to date with all of the latest episodes. And as always, let me know your thoughts in the comments. If there's anywhere in particular you think we need to strengthen a bit more, then let me know. I'll see what I can do because we've still got a fair bit of time left in the transfer window as well. But anyway, guys, that's it from me. My name's been David. I'll catch you guys next time. Cheers.